First and foremost, I'm going to be showing everybody how to build the pre-made bot. It looks like it's changed quite a bit from the earlier stages for the better. The bottom has heavy cubes to weigh it down, give it more control. I'm not sure if that was there before, but it definitely looks different from the last time I saw it, which might be true. It might have been still the same. It might have been my poor memory or something, but it looks different. It looks better. It's gonna show whoever wants to learn how to build it, but don't want to go through the terrifying trouble of making a new account and registering it to do what I did, which took 10 minutes. And then after this clip ends, I'm going to give a walkthrough, kind of a tutorial. It's more of a how to improve your bot. This can be done to any bot. If you want to beef out your bot or make it more effective, you can do triforcing, but for the first few tiers, that's not completely necessary or completely effective. So it's going to help you either create a nice starter bot. If you've deleted yours and wish you hadn't, this is here. And if you want to beef out your bot, if you want to improve it, if this is here to help you. I'm making this video to help you along the lines of getting started in Robocraft. Alright, let's get started. The first thing you want to change on the spot is the pilot seat placement. At the moment, it's only one block above the ground. That's pretty close to getting one shot. Let's do a few changes there. Replace these with blocks. Okay, now we have a decent little bot. It's already decent. This bot is designed to be very balanced. The steering is good. The overall balance is good. That was probably the intent of whoever created this bot, because it is the starter bot and it's designed to ease you into the game. Now I want to beef it out a little, give it some more protection along the wheels. Can do that by doing a little bit of this. Extending this area out just a little bit so that I am able to add some prisms like so. I'll do the same on the other side, as long as this side gives the turrets a little bit more protection. Not that much, but every little bit counts. I've done the same to the other side. Now I want to add a little protection to the pilot seat, because now it's open in the air, anybody can see it and anybody can shoot it. Make a tiny core around him. I don't want to use too many cubes. I've already pretty much maxed out the extension of level 2. These don't serve much purpose, the windshield blocks. They don't look all that great in that particular spot, so I'm gonna change them back to white cubes. Now I don't have all that much CPU left, so I'm gonna do not much else. I want to do I want to do this? I kind of do, because that strengthens the core just a little bit more. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Okay, so 4 turrets, it's probably not enough. Can I? I cannot fit 2 more. So 4 is going to have to do, but 4 is actually good enough if you use this right. Now I do not want these turrets right here. I want them a little bit higher up so that they don't accidentally shoot the other ones in the back and waste firepower. I want to keep that firepower up as long as possible. Strengthen those up a little. That's all the strengthening I can do because I don't have any more CPU. Ha 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 ha. I'm gonna replace these with white cubes. So now it's a pretty finished, pretty decent bot out of the starter bot you just got. It doesn't look the same, but it still has the same core, which is very balanced and very easy to use. Don't mind me, I'm just going to do some more aesthetic changes. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the headlight because it takes up a lot of CPU, and I'd like that to be used to make another turret. But I'm not sure where I could put another turret. The middle is fine, but kind of intervenes with the other two turrets on both levels. So I guess I'm going to make one right here, which is not too intervening. It's not a bad spot. It's not a great spot either, so now it's a little better. I still have that. I gave it a little more firepower, which is always needed. Suppose this can be a block if you so desire. It doesn't look half bad. And I do want some more protection around the turrets because people are going to be aiming for those to declaw you, so to say. So I'm not going to go into Triforcing at all into this video because in the early games, the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, you're not going to need it. It's not completely necessary. Maybe in tier 3, it's going to help you a bit, but it's not worth it to go into the complexity of learning how to Triforce in tier 1 and tier 2 when it doesn't benefit you all too well. However, Triforcing is something you do want to get into eventually because it is a core mechanic of the game, very useful and almost necessary in the higher tiers, not completely, but still it's a part of the game. You just want to be focusing on the basics of the game, learning those before getting into the more complicated structure of the game. So let me go over exactly what I did with this bot. Let's look over this bot, what its weaknesses are. The windshields are not any weaker than the tier 1 white cubes, so you can go ahead and place as many windshields as you want if you so desire. The wheels are actually very balanced, they are good to control, they aren't redundant. If some of them get blown off, it gets harder to control if you only have these wheels in the middle because these ones are the steering wheels. But then again, if you have the steering wheels in the middle, and the outside, it gets a little bit harder to control because it's always spinning. So this is an easier way to get into the game. The headlights, I like it, but 25 CPU is not worth it in my opinion. The major weakness of this bot is that the pilot seat is so close to the front and so down so that people can get a few lucky shots or straight to the pilot seat right here, and your whole bot is gone, kablamo. You don't want that, so that's a pretty major flaw in this bot. In other terms, it's not a very, very bad bot. It has firepower. 4 turrets is definitely enough, but it doesn't have maximum firepower, which is 6 turrets. 6 submachine guns, I mean. Other than that, it's a very nice looking bot. It's very appealing to the eye. It's pretty sturdy, has a lot of cubes. It's just missing some beef which I gave it in this bot. I extended the sides, gave it more spaced armor, so that it's more protected against plasma damage in case some trolling high tier noobs come into tier 1 with the plasma. It has good beefy armor, good protection on these turrets up here. It's not too shabby with the turret protection in the front. The bottom is a bit fleshed out. It doesn't look bad, but it's not good. It's just not bad. It is what it is. It's a starter bot. It's easing you into the game. And this is level 2, so you're gonna have to play maybe 1 or 2 games to get the flops to make this. Every level you go up, you earn 11 CPU, which you can fit 11 blocks, or a different functionable block that takes up a little bit more than 1 CPU. So yeah, let's take this into battle and see how it does. 2 hours later. Man, the original names. And look at all these original names. There's Robo 1 in the left corner, Robo 2 in the left corner, Robo 3 in the left corner. Pretty speedy, I like it. Teammates are falling short when it comes to initiative, but that's all right. It's just tier 1. They don't have the experience to have the initiative they need. Well, hello, good sir. What are you doing so far from your team? Are you running away? That guy has a fairly skinny bot that I keep missing. I do want to spot these guys so that the teammates know where they are, and I also want to retreat because I've lost some of my firepower and we are getting overwhelmed. Sneak attack. I'm such a derp. I was shooting at my teammate. Come on, you can build better bots than that. They don't have to all be sticks. See, that is the bot. It's basically the starter bot with a few guns on it. It doesn't have any more flesh to it. Turns out that this doesn't seem to be very effective when it comes to super short range, but it's not half bad when it comes to long range. Go ahead and take this guy out, who seems to have flipped over. Poor chap. Oh, and our base is being captured. We want to make sure that it's not captured, otherwise we lose, we don't get the bonus, we are defeated. That's not ideal. Charge! Good sir, you just smacked the hell out of me. Ooh, tricky, tricky. Using this as cover. Why am I not getting closer? Because I don't want his rapid fire to destroy me. I don't have the firepower he does, so I'm making sure that he doesn't have as much firepower while shooting me, because I'm behind cover. Good sir, good game. So that all goes to show that the starter bot isn't as bad as everybody claims it out to be. Like, delete the starter bot and get a new one, or make your very own from the start. I highly recommend not making your bot from scratch the very first time you play, because you have not played the game before. If you have not played the game before, you do not know how the mechanics work, then you're going to be in trouble when creating your first bot. So use the starter bot and expand on it. That's what it's there for. Leave a like if you've learned something today out of my my rambling. And don't forget to subscribe if you like the content and wish to see more. With that, have a nice day.